straight away for Slim Pharmaceuticals with an extra. The first power play. It's about 6 overs in T20. Only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. So for Slim Pharmaceuticals, they have the opportunity to get a good start, to go hard at the bowlers in the first 6 overs and set the foundation for a big score. Here comes Madhushanka, coming right arm over the wicket. Another shot and wide outside the off stump, but couldn't get the connection right. Could have been punished. Those are the deliveries in this format, should have been put away. Started off with 2 looseners by Madhushanka. First one was a wide delivery, and second one is a lucky escape. There he goes. Right on slot. And deposited over long on. The first maximum of the day. A brilliant start from Slim Pharmaceuticals. He saw the ball right on his arc. There's no hesitations of going above and over long on. Brilliant start. This is what we were talking about since the early. It's the first power play. Go hard at the bowlers. This is the opportunity. With the hardness of the newish ball, it changed the angle. Surprisingly, it's coming round the wicket. And another wide delivery. This is not a good bowling from Madhushanka. This is T20 cricket, so every run is vital. So only 2 deliveries have been bowled. 8 runs already. Brilliant start from Slim Pharmaceuticals. A beautiful shot through the covers. 4 runs. This is absolutely brilliant. 2 wide deliveries. 6 and a 4. What an eventful first over we are having here at Thurston Grounds. Pasindu Ratnayaka is a right-hander. It's an explosive batter. A tall and lanky player. Very well bowled on that occasion and very well left by the batter as well. Madhushanka with a slip in place. The slip has been removed. Beg your pardon. So 4 fielders in the offside. Backward point. Cover point. Covers and extra cover in place. Another loosener and another 2 runs down towards mid wicket. A very good start for Slim Pharmaceuticals. 14 runs already and yet to conclude the first over. Again, try to go hard at the ball, but there was no pace. And that concludes the first. Slim Pharmaceuticals are 14 without a loss. And here are the 2 teams playing today. The Slim Pharmaceuticals, Shamal Fernando, Bhagya Suravira, Himasha Tarushka, Kavisha Pumal, Oshad Kaushalya, Pasindu Ratnayaka, Pathum Ratnayaka, Pradeep Nishanta, Tisaga Manchita, Viranga Yeshan, Charit Vellivatta, and Morison's Limited, Damit Karunaratna, the skipper, Anishka Disoisa, Chatun Jayasinghe, Dilhan Jayasundara, Geethanjana Kahavita, Nishan Pereira, Pasindu Sandarwan, Sahan Pereira, Tarindu Madhushanka, Tilanka Sandeep, Udesh Lakshan. So the two teams. Tarindu Madhushanka was the first ball the first over. Expensive one. Pradeep Nishant is the other opener, is the left-handed batsman. Sim Pharmaceuticals has got their strategies right from the beginning. It's the right-hand, left-hand combination. Gayana Kahavita is a new bowler, another right-hand medium fast bowler. Brilliant delivery to start off with. He's bowling right arm over the wicket. A ball slightly wider from the wicket and created the angle through the batsman. Here's the replay. Slip in place, an ideal angle for the left-hander from right arm fast bowler. Brilliant start. Geethanjana Kahavita. Again, a good short delivery. Banged it in. Was climbed up. Played well at the end by the batter as well. Played with soft hands and did really well to keep the ball down. 2 dots to start off with. Pradeep Nishanta, the left-handed opener. In the stats of Geethanjana Kahavita, 8 matches, 16 wickets. A genuine wicket take and impressive. Again, look at that. Tried to work towards the leg side, but the angle created by Geethanjana Kahavita just made another dot. This is impressive. After going for 14 runs in the first over, this is a very good damage control from Geethanjana Kahavita. As Pasindu Ratnayaka, the right-handed opener for Slim Pharmaceuticals, has an impressive record. A quick single, easily made. A good rotation of strike from Pradeep Nishanta. And brought the striker back on strike. Pasindu Ratnayaka is a powerful striker. We saw that in the first over. He went for a big hit over long on and scored another boundary with a sweet timing towards through the covers. This is an interesting battle. Geethanjana Kahavita was in a very good rhythm against an explosive striker. A little slowish delivery. Pasindu Ratnayaka was a bit too early to play that shot, but luckily he played along the ground. Another single. This is very good change up from the bowler. A very good thinking. A little uppish, but safe. Look at that. Straight away, the bowler was on slot. It's there to be hit. But the variation is absolutely impressive. And that concludes the second. Slim Pharmaceuticals, a 16 without a loss. Bowling change from a Morison's PLC. Tilanka Sandeep is the new bowler. 7 matches, 3 wickets, a healthy economy for a T20 game. Another right arm medium fast bowler. There he comes. Started off with a wide. He tried to go full, but didn't get the line right. Trying to go for that glory ball straight away, but make sure you have to be spot on with the lines and lengths. This is a T20 encounter. There's no time to recover. A very good delivery. Angle towards leg stump. Came a little quicker. Passing to Ratnayaka, he was completely beaten by the pace. A good start from Tilanka Sandeep despite the wide delivery bowled. Straight to mid wicket, so full and straight. But the mid wicket fielder was a little bit deep on the 30-yard circle. It was a half chance for run out. But it's all happening here at Thurston Grounds. Hard hitting, some good bowling, some good fielding. Here comes Tilanka Sandeep. Full wide outside the off stump. Pradeep Nishant has tried to go hard at it, but decided against at the very last moment. Look at that. It moved away so much after going past the batter. It's a newish ball. Still there's something for the bowlers. Again, full wide outside the awesome. That should have been punished. That was a gift from Tilanka Sandeep. Again, look at the seam position. It's pointed outward from the batsman. So he's always moved. He's going as an outswing. Here comes Tilanka Sandeep. A little shimmy down the track. 2 runs to the tally. Pradeep Nishant tried to go square leg. Got the elevation, but nearly got straight to the square leg fielder. But somehow, a lucky escape for Pradeep Nishant. Faced couple of dot deliveries, and he started to feel the pressure. These are the little things that matter in T20 cricket. Full toss. Got the underage, the third man, another 2 runs. And that's the end of the third over. Here's a replay. A full toss, got the underage. It's good fielding at the third man. And it's 3 overs done. It's 22 for no loss for Slim Pharmaceuticals. So we are at the halfway of the first power play of the game. So far it's a decent start from both of these teams. A little leg side-ish. He got the treatment. Flicked away for a boundary. Another 4 runs to Pasindu Ratnayaka. Just drifting down the leg side from Geethanjana Kahavita and flicked away over the off square leg fielder. Look at that. Brilliant execution. A pure power hitting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. This is a very good start. Here comes Geethanjana. As going down the leg side. Not interested by the bowler. Again, the same kind of delivery compared to the previous one, but a length was a little bit shorter. But somehow it's a good comeback from Geethanjana Kahavita after being hit for a boundary. So very first ball. Full 2 straight on that occasion and another boundary. Another 4 runs. As the umpire is checking whether it's a 6 or a 4. Right on slot. So right on his hitting arc. And another 4 runs to the tally. 2 boundaries already in this over. Pasindu Ratnayaka is on 22 of 12. He's off to a flyer. Short. Another single. This is a very good batting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. 2 boundaries. And got to the non-striker's end. This is very good batting. This is very sensible batting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. And also a very good response from Pradeep Nishanta as well. He's playing a second fiddle here. Geethanjana Kahavita is angling outwards, the left-hander. So this is going to be an ideal battle for him. With the stance Pradeep Nishanta has his... Again, look at that. Brilliant bowling. It came down the track, Pradeep Nishanta. And Geethanjana Kahavita saw him coming down and banged it in short. This is very good response. Look at that. Pradeep Nishanta had no answer for that. Look at that. And a good bounce as well. Bend his back and hit the deck hard. Geethanjana Kahavita has all the qualities of a very good fast bowler. Again, look at that. Cramped him up. No room for a single. And a brilliant finish to the over. 9 runs off that over. 4 overs done. Slim Pharmaceuticals, a 31 for no loss. Slim Pharmaceuticals going about 7.75 runs per over. A healthy run rate. Another 2 overs remaining in the power play. Still 2 fielders only allowed outside the 30-yard circle. That was short outside the off stump. That should have been put away. Here's the replay. It bounced a bit more than expected by Tarindu Pasindu Ratnayaka, beg your pardon. Again on the leg side. Flicked it for another boundary. This is absolutely brilliant. The fine leg fielder was inside. Okay, that right. Drifted too much towards pads. He was not in the 30-yard circle. Yes, right at the edge of the 30-yard circle. With a fine leg fielder inside the circle, it's not the ideal delivery to bowl the right-handed batsman. A full toss. Missed out another opportunity for Pasindu Ratnayaka, who's in a fine form. His head went up too early. He saw the full toss. Could have been bread and butter for him. But it's a lucky dot delivery for Tilanka Sandeepa. Sofa has done a good job. Could have been a run out. It's things getting heated here. Look at that. If the fielder could collect the ball cleanly, had more than one opportunity. Here comes. That should have been a run out. That should have been a wicket. Morison's PLC, you won the toss and you decided to field first, so you have to take your opportunities. So far, Slim Pharmaceuticals onto a brilliant start. Here comes Tilanka Sandeepa. Brilliant take. Brilliant catch. Pradeep Nishanta tried to go over mid-off. Got the execution. Got it to the middle of the bat, but didn't got the elevation. With a full credit to the fielder at mid-off. It's a brilliant take. Look at that. Very well struck. Look at that. Very well timed jump. Brilliant. Brilliant fielding. Pradeep Nishanta departs for 5 runs. And that's the first breakthrough the Morison's PLC were looking for. Viranga Yeshan is a new batsman for Slim Pharmaceuticals. Tilanka Sandeepa got the breakthrough for Morison's PLC. They were desperately looking for. And a much needed one for Morison's PLC, since Slim Pharmaceuticals going above 7.5 per over. The stats of Viranga Yeshan. The highest score is 59. Viranga Yeshan is a cricketer who emerged from Mahanama College. A very good youngster who's capable of batting long. And we have 5 overs done. It's 36 for 1. Here's the replay of that wicket. Look at that. Very well executed, but look at the timing of that jump. It's 36 for 1. after 5 overs. So the change of the com box. So Viduna Vijay Bandar will take on.
Thank you very much, Yureshka. So it's a pleasant day for cricket. I mean, we can see the national team is playing. They are on tour. The Sri Lankan A team is on tour, and the domestic teams, the Major League 3-day tournament is about to start. And here we are, the MCA E Division T20 cricket tournament, and it is the match number 7 between Slim Pharmaceuticals and Morison PLC. So far, Slim Pharmaceuticals have scored 36 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, end of 5 overs. The new bowler, Sahan Pereira, is on charge, fast bowler. 9 matches, 6 wickets, the economy of 12.27. He could be promising. Pasidu Ratnayaka went for the shot, but he missed. He has been trying that shot for a couple of times. I mean, he has executed it perfectly. The first over he managed to execute it perfectly, and there were a couple of instances that he couldn't. That is a liable option. Going for a quick single, misfielding, and just the one. Sahan Pereira, a medium fast bowler. The thing about medium fast bowler is it is not the it is kind of difficult for the batters to get that pace and to adapt according to it. That is the art of medium fast bowling, and it is always a challenge to whoever the batter. They have a sweeper cover on place and a good attacking field setting. Oh, that's a poor delivery by Sahan Pereira. Given a wide. T20 cricket is always interesting. There's always gonna be runs. 140, 150, 160 on the scorecard. It's always entertaining to the spectators and for the players both. So let's see what will be the end result of this innings. How many runs could Slim Pharmaceuticals end up at the end of 20 and at the end of their 20 overs? Sahan Pereira. Good ball. Goes for that quick single, throws. Blunders in the fielding. A missed throw, which ended up being a 2. 1 turning into a 2. Look at that. The batter has already arrived and he went for that unnecessary throw, and a misfield ended up being a 2. Brilliant shot through the gaps, goes for the boundary, passes that drop, another boundary, and that is the first boundary of Viranga Yashen's innings. I mean, if you look into this first 5 overs, despite of that incredible catch, there has been some blunders in the field, missed opportunities, missed run-outs, missed fieldings. So fielding is the most important thing in cricket. You need to save runs. Fielding, catchers win matches. That's what they say. An average over by Sahan Pereira. 8 runs so far. Beautiful cover drive, placed it, and it goes for the boundary. Another 4, that is 48 runs, end of 6 overs. Morison PLC at the moment they are going with a good run rate of 8 runs per over. If they manage to maintain this run rate up to 10 or 12, 13 overs, then they will be able to charge if they have wickets on their hand. So they can go for big scores of 170, 180 definitely. But let's see. End of first power play and the second power play starts. Tilanka Sandeep to bowl. 2 overs, 11 runs, 1 wicket. Short pitch delivery, pulls it. No, what a brilliant effort. But unfortunately he couldn't grab it. The ball passes the boundary line to another 4 runs. But look at that effort. He hooks it. The fielder running down in square leg, jumps it. What an effort. Pasidu Ratnayaka, the batter, who's striking 20 balls, 33 runs. Impressive start for him, opening the batting lineup for Morison PLC. Looks promising. Oh, miss opportunity. I mean, no ball given. It is a no ball. You can't afford those extra runs. There has been plenty of wide deliveries and now it's a no ball and it will be a free hit. What a shot. Pulls it over the fence for a maximum 6 runs for Pasidu Ratnayaka's tally. What a shot. He is an aggressive batter. You give him that space, he will shot it out of the ground. He has that capability, he has that power, he has that execution. Brilliant batting display from Pasidu Ratnayaka, representing Slim Pharmaceuticals. Onto the pads, given as leg byes, and they collect 1 run. Including Tilanka Sandeep and the rest of the bowlers, they haven't tried that much of variations. They have just bowled on to the pitch, full deliveries, and it is easy for the batters to execute. So you need that variation, especially in these shorter formats. Try some slow bowls, cutters. Another beautiful drive. The gap, the field is there. They have protection. And switch sides for a single. "13 runs from this over so far. 2 balls left. That's been a good over for the batting side. Look at that, the projected score, as I mentioned, has increased up to 183. Let's see what will happen. Tilanka Sandeepa swings and a miss. He missed it. He's looking for that big shot. He got it right couple of times in the previous occasions, but now he missed it. Straight to the wicket keeper's hands. Comfortable grab. There you go, the slower delivery. Flicks it towards the Sportylk fielder. Change sides for another single. And that's the end of the 7th over. Slim Pharmaceuticals 62 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Pasiduratnayaka 40 of 25 deliveries and Viranga Yashan 11 of 6 deliveries. Yeah. And that's drinks break. Looking at the atmosphere, it is a brilliant ground, brilliant conditions to play cricket. Especially there are runs in this ground. It is traveling, so you just need to place it and you will get that run. So far, Slim Pharmaceuticals 62 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Pasiduratnayaka opened the innings with Pradeep Nishant. Pradeep Nishant got out for 5 runs. And Pasiduratnayaka is not out for 40 runs of 25 deliveries with 5 fours and 2 sixes. And Viranga number 3 batter, 6 deliveries, 11 runs with 2 boundaries. And the bowling card, the bowler of the moment so far has been the wicket taker Tilanka Sandeepa. 3 overs, 24 runs, 1 wicket. And Geetanjana Kahawat and Mason Spell 2 overs, 11 runs, no wicket with an economy of 5.5. Sahan Pereira to bowl his 2nd over of this innings. The keeper has come up to the stumps, which I think it's a really good decision by the wicket keeper. Outside edge, straight to the point fielder. That is coming back to it. That is a really good decision by the wicket keeper because of the lack of space, and the batter is expecting to use some footworks, go out of the crease, and take the ball into the full length. But the wicket keeper behind the stumps, it's kind of difficult to do. Quick single, Sportylk fielder running towards it, and they switch sides for a double. Two runs. Run in between wicket has been spot on so far. They took some quick singles and turned some singles into doubles, which has been perfect. Once again, looking for the double. Will they get it? No, says the batter. Comfortable throw and a comfortable grab by the wicket keeper. I'm pretty sure the captain and the wicketkeeper and the rest of the team players are expecting Sahan Pereira to bowl onto the stumps, not to give enough room. There you go. kind of wide length delivery. Good shot. Pasidu Ratnayaka 43 runs unbeaten. Off the pad. The wicket keeper was quick enough to get to that ball. So end of 8 overs. Slim Pharmaceuticals 1 wicket down for 66 runs. New bowler Dilhan Jayasundara. Morison PLC skipper Damit Karnaratne has brought up that spin bowler Dilhan Jayasundara. 3 matches, 2 wickets. The economy of 6.18. Can he get the job done? Off spinner, brilliant bowling. You can see a good field setting with 3 fielders on the line. In the onside, they have a long on fielder, mid wicket, deep mid wicket, and a deep square leg. Smart batting by Viranga Yashan. I mean, if the ball inside does not give you enough room to go for that big shots, that means you have enough room to go for that quick singles, and that's what Viranga Yashan has been doing. On the other side, Pasidu Ratnayaka delivers the team with runs, quick runs, so Viranga Yashan does not have to worry about it because the team has runs. All he needs to do is protect his wicket and rotate the strike until the time comes for him to go for it. Dilhan Jayasundara. Whoa. Bit of an innovative shot, going for that innovative shot, Pasidu Ratnayaka. I mean, that is cricket. That is the modern cricket. You have to go for the shots. You can't rely on the textbook shots. You have to go for these shots. Brilliant strike. Field on the line. Collects it comfortably. That's been a brilliant over so far by Dilhan Jayasundara. Just 2 runs off 4 deliveries. 2 more deliveries to go. Let's see what will happen. Oh my. What was that? It slipped. It went above the bowler's head. It went above the keeper's head. And it went straight towards the third man fielder. And it has been given as a no ball by the umpire. Expected to be happen. And it will be a free hit. That is not what the bowler wants. Strikes it inside edge. Will it carry on? No. They will go for that too. Just the 2 runs of that free hit delivery. Goes for the shot, another single. Despite that no ball and a free hit, It has been an incredible over by Dilhan Jasundara, just 7 runs off his first over. Slim Pharmaceuticals, 9 overs completed, 73 runs, the loss of 1 wicket. A sort of a calm day we see in the streets of Colombo. Not that much of noise. It's a good day to play cricket, and I see the players are enjoying, the fans are enjoying, and everyone is happy. That is the outside edge. They have protection, just the 1 run. Sahan Pereira bowling his 3rd over. He needs to bowl wicket to wicket to get the maximum usage of his 4 overs. He can't give the batter space. The moment you give him the space, he will go for that big shot. There you go. A great, what a catch. Is it out? Yes, it is out. A single-handed catch. Brilliant, taken off his own bowling. What a catch. He bowls, he dives, and he takes a single-handed catch. Look at that. Look at that. A slower delivery. He runs and takes it. What a catch. His teammates are appreciating the efforts. That's the end of Viranga Yashan. 14 runs of 11 deliveries. End of his innings. That's what you want from the field inside Morison PLC. Those are the efforts. Catchers win matches. I once again repeat, catchers win matches, as you can see. Now with the new batter in, Morison PLC will be targeting to limit the run flow to get that run rate down to 6 runs probably, and to get going. New batsman Charit Valivatta representing Slim Pharmaceuticals at number 4. He's ready. Marking his strikes. Look at that. An experienced batter, 189 games, 3,519 runs with 14 half centuries and 2 centuries. Oh my god, that is a terrible delivery. Not the delivery you want after getting a wicket, especially to the new batter. You can't afford to give that loose deliveries. You need to go aggressive. When the new batter is on, so it's a wide delivery and a single. 2 runs off that ball. Pasidu Ratnayaka. Smart batting by Pasidu Ratnayaka. I think he's waiting until he get to his 50-run mark, and there onwards he will attack once again. Here you go, the last wicket. Sahan Pereira, look at that catch. Good bowling, good bowling, good bowling. It has been an incredible over so far. Just the 4 runs and a wicket. Once again, a slower delivery and gets it. So pleasing to the eyes. Goes for that cross shot. There's a height issue with that. He did not even hit the pad. Look at that. Pitching outside and hit the tie pad. So there's no way that it could get out. it was appealing, but still, it's not. Charita Valivata. His partner is on 49 runs. Let's see what will he do. Oh, once again going for that cross shot. Did not execute it perfectly. That's the end of the 10th over. Slim PLC 77 runs, a loss of 2 wickets. Over to you, Yureshka.
So thank you, Viduna. It's a brilliant first 10 overs for Slim Pharmaceuticals. Had power hitting, some good bowling, brilliant catching. We had everything. It's an eventful first 10 overs, this game. It's a batting performance so far from Slim Pharmaceuticals. Pasindu Ratnayaka stands tall on top. 49, 1 run away from a half century. And that's the half century of Pasindu Ratnayaka. It's a very well made half century. So very well crafted from the ball number 1 he played. Brilliant inning so far. He's anchoring the inning of Slim Pharmaceuticals, and another 10 overs remaining, and he has the responsibility of carrying their team towards a competitive score. Dilhan Jayasundara. That could have been chopped onto the stumps. A lucky escape for Charit Valivata. It was a nothing shot, actually. He didn't have the idea of where the ball is going. Just put the bat on ball. Could have easily chopped onto the stumps. Very good bowling from Dilhan Jayasundara. Just not giving the pace the batters are looking for. He keeps slowing things down. Another inside edge. And another 2 runs. Some good bowling from Dilhan Jayasundara is all in vain. He's going for runs. Dilhan Jayasundara is a right arm off break bowler. He's not afraid to flight the ball. Give the ball some more air. Again, look at that. Try to go square of the wicket. Ball is turning inside. Brilliant bowling from Dilhan Jayasundara. Is executing brilliantly. Again, look at that. Tried to go for that big shot. Charit Valivata. You have your non-striker Pasindu Ratnayaka, who's just scored a half century at the other end. Get the single, get to the other end, bring him on strike. That's good batting. Another 2 runs. And brilliant fielding down there at deep backward square leg. Beg your pardon, deep backward point. A very good over. That concludes 11th. Slim Pharmaceuticals 84 for 2. A bowling change from Morison PLC. Anishka Soisa. Josie full toss. Couldn't get the maximum use of it. Pasindu Ratnayaka is a rare miss. A rare miss hit from him. Coming left arm over the wicket. Creates the angle and try to get some more spin from a leg stump angle. Two right-handers are in the middle. It's ideal to come left arm over the wicket and not giving the batters any room to go across the wicket. Passing to Sandarwan. It's a new ball, left arm leg spinner. Passing to Ratnayaka, tried to go above the extra cover. Look at that. Tried to go over extra cover but couldn't get that right on the middle of the bat. Again, another full toss. Some good fielding. Here again, a low full toss, but definitely he saved a couple of runs for his team. A brilliant fielding. Tried to go for another big shot, but couldn't get that timing right. Another single. Passing to Sandarwan so far. 5 deliveries, 5 singles. It's a good bowling from him. "12 done, 6 singles of that over. Slim Pharmaceuticals 94-2. Dilhan Jayasundara to continue his third over. It was right on slot, but couldn't get the timing right for Charit Valivatta. Is trying to go too hard instead of timing the ball. Passing to Ratnayaka. Cleared his front leg and tried to go through extra cover. But again, couldn't get that connection right. He's on 53 or 40. He's kind of struggling a little bit. Again, another boundary towards deep mid-wicket. A valiant effort from the fielder. But unfortunately, couldn't stop the runs. Look at that. It was right on slot, right on his hitting arc. It's not hesitated to go through deep mid-wicket. It's a valiant effort from the fielder. But at the end, it's another boundary for Pasindu Ratnayaka. Another maximum, and that brings the 100 of Slim Pharmaceuticals. Four and a 6. A brilliant over for Slim Pharmaceuticals after being slowed down in the last couple of overs. Look at Pasindu Ratnayaka. It's a clean striker. Brilliant execution. Smart batting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. 2 boundaries and a single. (64 of 43). We saw some quality batting from Pasindu Ratnayaka from the ball number 1. That's number 3 for Slim Pharmaceuticals. This hit straight to the fielder. It's a wicket out of nothing actually. It's a juicy full toss and just pushed towards the extra cover fielder. The end of 13th is Charit Valivatta departs for 10, and at the end of 13th over, Slim Pharmaceuticals 102 for 3. Here's a replay of the previous wicket. It's a full toss. Just hit straight to the fielder. Couldn't get that down. 7 overs remaining. And another bowling change from the other end. Anishka D'Souza is the new bowler. Right arm off spinner bring himself on. Damit Karunaratne brought Anishka D'Souza into the attack. So Pathum Ratnayaka is a new batter. So two Ratnayakas on in the middle. Pasindu Ratnayaka and Pathum Ratnayaka. Two runs. So brilliant running between the wicket from two Ratnayakas. So Anishka D'Souza. Goes over the extra cover. Brilliant hitting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. Another boundary. Gave himself room and just went straight over the extra cover. This is absolute brilliant batting from Pasindu Ratnayaka. 70 of 45. And Pasindu Ratnayaka, he is struggling here. Can be a cramp. There's no wonder, since it's too hot and humid out here at Thurston College grounds. He is struggling. He gets a treatment. Two umpires is taking care of him. Just making sure he's okay. And here are the 3 wickets went down so far. The first one, Pradeep Nishant, a brilliant catching. And here's the second one, another brilliant take. Viranga Yeshan was the culprit. Look at that. Caught from one hand. We are in the 14th over. Slim Pharmaceuticals 108. That's a poor fielding effort from Morison's PLC. That should have been stopped. Yes, Chatun was the culprit on that occasion. 2 consecutive fours for Pasindu Ratnayaka in the same fashion. Went towards leg stump, gave himself room. He goes aerial again, down towards deep mid wicket, but just a single. A smart batting from Pathum Ratnayaka. Off the mark straight away. Brought Pasindu Ratnayaka back on strike. Another single to conclude the 14th over. Slim Pharmaceuticals. The loss of 3 wickets. The 115. Dilhan Jayasundar to bowl out his 4 overs. Pasindu Ratnayaka departs after a well-made 76. Here goes the danger man. Tried to go over long on, but couldn't get that elevation right. And went straight to the fielder. And Slim Pharmaceuticals are 4 down. And it was a set batsman, Pasindu Ratnayaka, who did a great job for his team. And a very good catch, with a good awareness of where the boundary line was. He departs for 76 of 49 with 8 fours and 3 maximums. And this is the opportunity for Morison's PLC to make a comeback into this game, since 2 new batters are on the crease. Bring another 1 or 2 fielders in the 30-yard circle. Put some pressure. Cut off singles. Kavisha Piumal got off the mark straight away. Both of these batters have only faced this 1 delivery each. So this is the best opportunity for Morisons. Swept brilliantly by Pathum Ratnayaka. It's a beautiful sweep shot. Perfect timing and perfect placement. Brilliant. 2 fielders down at deep mid wicket and deep square leg, but none of them has a chance to stop that. Smart. 2 runs. So there was no fielder at short third man area. Just guided the ball. And another 2 runs added to the tally. The score moves up to 122. We are in the 15th over. After this, we have 5 overs left. Slim Pharmaceuticals have a perfect foundation so far to go for a big score. They have 6 wickets in hand. Try to go for another sweep shot, but was unable to get bat on ball. There's a replay. Tried to pick that up from outside the off stump. A brilliant grab from the wicket keeper. Another single down to short third man to conclude the 15th. Slim Pharmaceuticals a 123 for 4 at the end of the 15th over. And it's a change up from a combox, so Viduna Vijay Bandar will take on.
Thank you very much, Yureshka. It has been a pleasant day of cricket. 15 overs gone, 1, 2, 3 for 4. Look at that scoreline. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Dilhan Jayasundara, 4 overs has finished, 34 runs for 2 wickets. It has been a great spell by him. And Pathum Ratnayaka, 8 runs on strike, and Kavisha Perumal on the non-strikers end with just 1 run off 1 delivery. Anishka Desoisa, the off-breaker, brilliant ball, steps up, defense is straight to the bowler. There you go, the bowler goes down, and look at that. The opposition batter has come and helped him. That is the spirit of the game. Here we see brilliant display from Slim Pharmaceuticals. That is the cricket that we expect. Is he all right? This is what happened. He got it, and all of a sudden, yeah, he felt that pain. Immediately goes down. I think he's alright now. So Anishka Desoisa bowling his second over of the day. For a moment, Pathum Ratnayaka could not spot the ball, like where it is going. And luckily, Kavisha Perumal, his non-striker, commanded him to go for that single, and it ended up being a double. Anishka Desoisa. Brilliant shot, short pitch delivery, executed perfectly, but there's a fielder on the line. Just the 1 run. Like I mentioned, Morison PLC has done an incredible job of limiting the run rate. Looking for that single. He gets that single. For a moment, he just went for that cross shot, but then he decided, no, it's not the best ball. Change of decision. There you go. Once again, good running. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they will. The run in between wicket has been spot on throughout these innings. Even though the latter part of the game they haven't executed much boundaries, still they have executed runs from running, singles, doubles, and that's the beauty. It's not always about going for that big shots, going for fours, going for sixes. That 1 runs, 2 runs, that matters most. Rotating the strike, that will change the bowler's mindset, change the captain's plans, and captain, he needs to change the field setting ball by ball, which is not a fascinating thing for him. Here you go. Last ball of the 16th over. No. End of 16 overs, I beg your pardon. Geetanjana Kahavita is back in business, representing Morison PLC. There you go, direct hit. Brilliant work. What a throw. And it is given out. That is the fielding that you want. Look at that. Strikes it. No says it's striker, but the non-strike goes, and then the bowler collects it. Spot on. Straight towards 3 wickets are visible. Easy hit, easy throw, and he executed it perfectly. As a result, the batter dismissed. Trouble, trouble, trouble in the slim Pharmaceuticals dressing room. They had a great start. They had a quick start, but now wickets are starting to falling apart. Here you go. Oh, top edge. Fielders running towards it. Misjudging. 2 fielders were running from either directions, and it falls right into the middle of them. Here you go. The display of the previous wicket. That's it, throws it straight to the stump. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Easy decision from the umpire. You see that hesitation now. The batters, they have that hesitation after that run out. They have that hesitation. They are not keen to go for that singles. They are not keen to go for that quick singles, especially. They take that time. Look at that. Look at that. They should have taken it. Especially the fielder who's running towards the ball from the long off fielding position. That is his catch. Swing and a miss. Great over by Geetanjana Kahawat. 4 balls done. Just 2 runs and a wicket. Look at that. This. Geetanjana Kahawat bowls over the wicket to Kavisha Perumal. Good ball. A good length delivery. Kavisha Perumal looking to go for that cross hit, but couldn't execute it perfectly. End up delivering it straight to the bowler's hand. Geetanjana Kahawat, 2 runs off his 3rd over. That's been an incredible spell by him. A spell to remembered. Slow delivery straight into the hands of the fielder. What a catch! I think it's his second catch of the game. It's Kavisha Pumal departures. What a game, what an over, what a wicket. Brilliant catch. Look at that. Slower delivery, flicks it. Mid-wicket fielder, what a catch. Good grab, straightforward catch. Had to do a bit of work, but at the end, he got into that position. Kavisha Pumal goes for 3 runs off 7 deliveries by Geetanjana Kahavitter's ball, and a great catch by Dilhan Jayasundara. "17 overs done, 131 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. At the moment, Slim Pharmaceuticals maintain a run rate of 7.7, and the new batter Himash Tarushika has arrived. Brilliant bowling. Tilanka Sandeepa onto his last over of his spell, and a great start for him. Outside the off stump. Look at that wicket. Look at that catch. Look at everything that happened. Flicks it. Short mid wicket. Flies in. Takes it. Brilliant catch. Brilliant grab. Tilanka Sandeepa swings it, and it's in the gap, over the fielder, over the covers fielder, and it goes for a boundary. Tisanga Manjita, his first boundary of his innings. He's looking promising. Himash Tarushka, his partner, talking to him, supporting him, advising him. They need to come up with a plan. They need to come up with a plan for these last 3 overs. Look at that. Brilliant shot, brilliant cricket. Tilanka Sampa, poor delivery. A full toss delivery, but just the one. Another thing about Slim Pharmaceuticals batting side is that they managed to pull off the full deliveries, but when it comes to the full toss, the poor deliveries, they never executed it. Tilanka Sandeepa. Good bowling, good bowling. Goes for the single. Oh my God. That was a chance. That was a run out. There was plenty of time. But the throw was not spot on. And the wicket keeper, he couldn't grab it. Poor throw, poor throw. Actually, there's nothing the wicket keeper could do at that point. Poor throw. Tilanka Sandeepa, once again, his 5th delivery. Brilliant bowling, brilliant bowling. Is it a wide? No, it's not. Outside the off stump. A bit of a low bounce actually. Went for that cut shot, but missed it. Look at that. There you go. He placed it into the gap. The fielder's right. That is a boundary. He couldn't get there. That is a boundary. A much needed boundary from Tisanga Manjita to end the 18th over of the game. At the moment, Slim PLC has scored 141 runs for the loss of 6 wickets, end of 18 overs. 2 more overs to go. What could be the end result? What could be that end in total? I'm predicting something over 160 probably. They will be able to get it. But they need to protect their wickets, of course. I think they have 12 more balls left to play. At least this over, they can't afford to let go of one of their wickets. Tisanga, Manjit and Himash Tarushka should be batting. Oh, edge? Is it a catch? Is it a drop catch? There was a definite edge. But was it catchable? That is the question. I mean, the reaction does not say it. We have to wait until the replay. There you go. Good ball. Netted off the glove. Did it hit the wicketkeeper's glove? I don't think so. Another good bounce. Good bounce. There's that unusual bounce. Gitanjana Kahavita. Brilliant dead bowling from him. He's not giving the batter the sufficient space for him to go for that shot or to go for that quick single, which they have been doing perfectly throughout their inning. Tisanga Manchita, 10 runs off 6 balls. Swings it and he misses it. Oh my, blunder by the wicket keeper. And a good stop, but still, you can't afford to let go of that mistakes. You can't do that at this point of the game. A brilliant bowling by Gitanjana Kahavita, but the wicketkeeper, he just let it go. His keeping has been impressive throughout this time. There's no doubt about that. But the last moment is what matters. Gitanjana Kahavita. Umpire signals that as bias. Just the 1 run. Swings it. Protection. There is protection. Long on fielder. He collects the ball and gives it back to the bowler. Last ball of the over and last ball of Gitanjana Kahavita's spell. It has been an incredible spell. 18 runs so far of 3.5 overs. Let's see what will happen. Gitanjana Kahavita to bowl his last delivery of his spell. Swings it. Fielders underneath it. No, he couldn't grab it. And it goes for a boundary. 19th over. Finishes in style with a boundary. End of 19 overs. Slim Pharmaceuticals 153 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Last over of the inning. Anishka D'Souza has taken the ball. He has taken the responsibility to deliver the last over. 153 runs are already on the scoreboard. Loss of 6 wickets. I thought wickets could be concerning, but not at this moment. Let's see what Anishka D'Souza will do. Swing and a miss. 1 ball is done. 0 runs, a dot delivery, brilliant bowling. Tisanga Manjita looking for that big shot. And once again, no run. Brilliant bowling by number 49, Anishka D'Souza. What a bowling. 2 balls, 2 dot deliveries. The third one. That is huge. That is out of the park, is it? No, the fielder's underneath it. It's just a 1 run. For a moment I thought that it went out of the park. With that sound of the bat, I thought it. There you go. Good grab from the wicket keeper. And brilliant bowling. Anushka De Silva, 4 balls. Just the 1 run. Himash Tarushka strikes it. Not in the gap. Goes for the second. Throws it. Not the best throws. For a moment the non-striker wanted that 3rd run. But then Himash Tarushka said no. I will take care of this delivery. Let's see what will he do. 3 runs so far in the last spell. Cuts it. No. It goes for a boundary. That is the end. It has been a great over. Great death bowling from Anushka De Silva. But the end, it was a boundary. Cuts it. No sweeper cover. No protection. Goes to the boundary. And that's the end of the innings. Slim Pharmaceuticals, a brilliant start and a brilliant end. 160 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. End of 20 overs. And Morison PLC will be facing a target of 161 runs in their 20 overs. Let's see what will happen. See you after the break. There you go, the batting card of Slim Pharmaceuticals. Pasidhu Ratnayaka, the star of the game, 76 runs of 49 deliveries. And so goes the batting lineup. Pradeep Nishant got a good start. Viranga Yashan, Charit Walivat, Pathum, Ratnayaka, they all got a good start, but they couldn't execute it. But not out Tisanga Manjita and Himash Tarushka, 12 and 15 runs respectively. The star of the day, Pasidhu Ratnayaka, 3 sixes, 8 fours, 76 runs, 49 balls. 12 extras, 20 overs are done, and 160 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. And here you go, the bowling card. The top wicket taker, Dilhan Jasundara, 4 overs, 34 runs, 2 wickets. And Geetanjana Kahawat, Tilanka Sandeep, Sahan Pereira has contributed with 1 wicket apiece. Taridu Madhushankar, Pasidhu Sadharan and Anushka De Silva has contributed towards their bowling card as well. Now we are looking for the highlights of the first inning. There you go. The start was spot on. With Pasidhu striking the ball. And a brilliant catch. There are a couple of great fieldings from the bowling side. Look at that, Pasidhu Jayasekar striking the ball. There you go. Catch number 1. And then there you go. That was the big fish. That was the big wicket. That was the turning point of the game. Thereafter, it was all about bowling and fielding. There you go. A great run out. Another good catch. And at the end, couple of blunders as well from the fielding side. And at the end, that is the end of the first inning.
So we are underway with the second half of the first game today between Morison's PLC and Slim Pharmaceuticals. Morison's PLC have won the toss and decided to field first. And Slim Pharmaceuticals have scored 160. And in reply, Morison's required 161 of 120 deliveries. They need to go about 8 runs per over. A sunny day here at Thurston Grounds. It's all set. The Slim Pharmaceuticals team is out and the two openers are out in the middle as well. This will be an interesting run chase. At one stage, when Slim Pharmaceuticals were batting, they were looking like getting more than 160. They much look like getting closer to 180, but somehow Morison's PLC did really well to restrict them to 160. In the modern day T20 cricket, a 160 is a par score. It's not a difficult score to chase down, especially with the conditions, especially with the ground, the outfield, electric, a quick. So the two batters out in the middle for Morison's PLC. So right and left hand combination, as we saw from Slim Pharmaceuticals. Start off with a medium fast bowler from Slim Pharmaceuticals. Straight in, straight out. What a start. A boundary to start off with. Brilliant start. Nishan Pereira is the batter. That was full right on slot and hit it straight down the ground. The bowler had no chance to get his hand onto the ball. And it raced away for a boundary. Boundary to start off with. A wayward one on that occasion. A wide delivery. Pradeep Nishanta is the bowler for Slim Pharmaceuticals. Here comes the stats. 19 matches, 10 wickets. A healthy economy. So less than a run a ball. Here comes Pradeep Nishanta. They hit the toe of the bat. And just a single down towards long off. And that brings Anishka Soisa, the left-handed batter, on strike. Here comes Anishka Soisa. Impressive record. 927 runs off 38 matches. And look at the average, 25 of 0.75. 850 is an impressive record. He's a batsman to look at. Seems Anishka Soisa holds the key for a Morison's PLC. Taking the left leg stump guard. A stylish drive, a confident stroke, but straight to the fielder. 6 runs off 3 deliveries. Morison's PLC off to a flyer. It took the aerial route. A 2 runs to the tally. Anishkari Soisa didn't time that too well to take it to the boundary. He's capable of batting. He's capable of playing shots. Very good strike. A boundary, a leg stump. Aimed delivery and flicked it off his pads. Over square leg. A brilliant stroke. Another boundary. The second boundary of the first over is a replay. That was 2 straight from Pradeep Nishant. And easy pickings for the batter. The fielder had no chance to stop that. What a start this is. 12 off the first over. And yet another delivery to be bowled. Well bowled, well left. And that's the first over. Morison's PLC a 12 for no loss. As for Morison's PLC, is another 149 runs required from 114 deliveries. Pasindu Ratnayaka is a new bowler. Pasindu Ratnayaka, the impressive statistics. Look at the economy rate. 4.25 in a T20 game. That's extraordinary. Straight away a short delivery. That should have been punished. Nishan Pereira, a strong lad who is capable of power hitting. Let's see, can he deliver some blows? Another dot delivery. He's not giving any air, he's not giving any room, he's just darting the ball. He's a kind of bowler who is getting through the overs quicker, bowling more dot deliveries. And making things tough for the batters. Here comes Pasindu Ratnayaka. Batted well, scored 76. Now should have been a couple. Went straight over the bowler's head. The fielder had some job to do. For me, it's a poor running between the wicket. There should have been a couple. And that brings Anishkari Soisa back on strike. The required run rate is 8 straight. Here comes Pasindu Ratnayaka. Tried to go for a big shot. Tried to go across the line. That's very close. Close call, look at that. That didn't straighten up enough. It's going down the leg side. A very good decision from the umpire. Comes Anishka D'Souza, tried to go for a big shot again, but couldn't get that connection. Still in the first power play. You have the options. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Rather than going for big shots, trying to go hard at the bowlers, the batters should more focus on timing the ball. Just get the timing right and picking the gaps. And Nishan Pereira is looking to change his bat. So 1 delivery left in this over. Nishan Pereira is looking for a new bat. He's a strong lad. He's capable of going for big blows. So far he has tried many. Again, pick the gap. And another boundary. A very good over was spoiled. A boundary to finish off the second over. Morison's PLC 18 without a loss. There's a replay of the previous shot. There's 2 overs done. 18 for no loss. The required run rate is 7.94. So 143 runs required of 108 deliveries is very much gettable. In the modern day T20 cricket, 160 is not a big task. It's not a huge challenge. You just need to bat sensibly. Another bowling change. Kavisha Pumal was brought back into the attack. Again, went for that wild swing. Swing and a miss from Anishka D'Souza. That went across the left-hander. That should have been punished. That's pitched outside the leg stump. Anishka D'Souza tried to go too hard. Kamshima Shatarushka. That was close to the stumps. That didn't bounce much. Nishant Pereira stood up early and tried to whack it over mid-wicket. It didn't bounce much as he expected. And another one went across the line, got the top edge and went towards deep third man. Another single. Morison's Limited on to a promising start. A 20 for no loss. We are in the third over. That's a maximum. What a stroke from Anishka D'Souza. That was right on the leg stump. And punished. Look at that. Full. Just outside the leg stump. And went over the fine leg. What a shot. It was absolute treat to watch from Anishka D'Souza. Brilliant batting. Again, goes over mid-wicket. Another boundary. Another boundary to finish off the third. Morison's Limited after a flyer. At the end of the third, 30 for no loss. Here's a replay. That was again too full and too straight and got the treatment. 30 for no loss at the end of the third. What a start this is. Morison's Limited requires 131 runs off 102 deliveries. Just above 7.5 runs per over. If they can carry on this start towards the end of the first power play, they definitely are on top. Again, Nishant Pereira tried to go for that big shot over deep mid-wicket. There was an appeal. It was pitched outside the leg stump. Yes, spot on from the umpire. Pharmaceuticals is one of the most economical bowlers Team Pharmaceuticals have. Another boundary. This is an absolute treat to watch from Morison's Limited batters. Nishant Pereira. That was full, straight, and goes over mid-off. Easy pickings for the batter. So right arm off spinner, not flighting the ball, you are just giving the pace for the batter, and going too full is an absolute criminal. (127 off 100 deliveries). That's the equation. OMG, that's too close. Try to go over deep mid-wicket. One shot too many from Nishant Pereira. Look at that. A seam-up delivery from Pasinduratnayaka. Another big shot from Nishant Pereira, but just a single down to deep mid-wicket. A promising start from Morison's Limited. And darted in, took the inside edge. Another single to the tally. Last delivery coming up. Passing to Ratnayaka. The 6 runs off this over. And another single down to long on to finish the 4th over. We are 4 overs done. Morison's limited at 37 for no loss. Viranga Yeshan is the new bowler. The captain of Slim Pharmaceuticals, Shamal Fernandez, keep changing things up. He's mixing it up and does not let the batters to settle. But still, they got a good start. Viranga Yeshan started off with a loosener and got the punishment. Given away a boundary on the very first delivery. Okay, that was too much outside leg stump. That was asked to be punished. A boundary to start off with. A poor start from Viranga Yeshan. Morison's limited going almost 10 runs per over. It is an absolute brilliant to watch. We are still in the 5th over. What a start this is. Went above and beyond a maximum. 4 and a 6. This is an absolute treat to watch from Nishan Pereira. 27 of 15. Here's a replay. Right on slot. And he latched onto it. Brilliant. And this is the ideal start that Morison's Limited wanted. And brought the required run rate. Less than 7.5. Again another boundary. This over is turning out to be a very good one for Morison's Limited. 50 up with that boundary in the 5th over. There's 3 more deliveries yet to be bowled. Nishan Pereira put Viranga Yeshan straight. An appeal from Viranga Yeshan, but umpire says it's a height. Nishan Pereira tried to work the ball towards deep Sportylk for a single. Again another maximum. 20 runs off this over. What an over this is turning out to be for Morison's Limited. The run rate is now less than 7. Oh my. Is this the over that changed the game, changed the momentum of the game? That was a valiant effort at the long on boundary, but it's going above and beyond. There's no chance for the fielder. Nishan Pereira is off to a flyer. 37 of 18 deliveries. The strike rate almost 200. And another stroke. And a misfield. And another 2 runs. This is turning out to be a nightmare for Viranga. And that concludes the 5th. Morison's Limited 59 for no loss. And change up in the com box. So Viduna Vijay Bandara will take on from here.
Thank you very much. As of now, Morison PLC has scored 59 runs, end of 5 overs. Let's take a quick look at the scorecard. Nishan Pereira 39 runs of 19 balls and Anishka D'Souza 17 runs of 11 deliveries. They have maintained a good strike rate and the total team run rate is also in a good position. Opening partnership of unbeaten 59 runs of 30 deliveries. "90 balls, 102 runs needed. A brilliant ball to start off the 6th over. You can see the wicket keeper, even though it's a spin bowler, the wicket keeper standing a bit behind, expecting the bowler to seam up the delivery and bowl a bit faster. Brilliant bowling, but blunder from the wicket keeper. The fielder stopped it, avoided it from going to the boundary. There you go. Pasidu Ratnayaka, good start to his over. Fielding is a must. Brilliant strike this time. Anishka D'Souza sends it out of the park. A huge maximum from Anishka D'Souza, and he joins the party along with his partner. He has been playing a defensive innings so far, and here you go. He shows that even I can blow up strikes like that. The batting has been spot on from the Morison's PLC team. Especially this opening partnership once again goes for the cross hit. Did not execute it perfectly. There was a chance that they could go for that single, but they don't need that single because they already have more than enough runs on the board. Once again, we'd have an unorthodox shot by Anishka D'Souza. Switch sides. It's just they have taken the second run. Another good over for Morison's PLC. And 6 overs are done. And now it's time for drinks break. Looking at the scorecard and what happened throughout the game, it is no doubt that it is a batting friendly condition. The ball travels. Look at that, 84 balls, 92 runs needed. Not that much of a tough task for the batting side. And the runs are there on this ground. It travels pretty fast. You just need to place it, have that perfect timing and shot selection, then you are ready to go. Nishan Pereira, 19 balls, 39 runs, off to aggressive start, and Himash Tarushka is ready to bowl his second over of his spell. Go. Brilliant ball. A lower full toss. Strikes it. There's protection. And he switched sides for a double. Nishan Pereira goes to his 40s. His 41 runs not out. Look at that. From the way he stands, it says that you can bowl wherever you want, but I'm all set up and I'm ready to go. Himash Tarushka, right arm fast bowler. Full toss. It's a slower full toss. Managed to get it out of the 30-yard circle. And just a 1 run. Anishka D'Souza. He has been playing a role of a supportive batter. And he has done it perfectly. And you saw the previous over that he is not afraid to go for it. He has that capability. But it's just that he opted not to, just because his partner is doing the job for the team. It's quite a sensible innings from Anishka D'Souza so far. Let's see whether Himash Tarushka can change, whether he could change the momentum of the game. At the moment, the odds are against Slim Pharmaceuticals. Top edge, it goes high. Wicket keeper's underneath it. Oh my God, he drops it. He had nothing to do. It was right over his head. No movement needed. He didn't want to dive for it. It was just coming to his eyes. Let's take a look at it. Here you go. Top edge. False shot. And the wicket keeper. That is a disaster. Especially at this moment. They are searching for wickets. And you have to take these chances. Himash Tarushka goes for the single. Brilliant batting by Anishka D'Souza. He went for the shot in the previous ball. It didn't work. He got a second chance. And he's taking the maximum out of that second chance given by the ball inside. Fifth ball of the over. Another lower full toss. Drives it straight towards the long on fielder. And changes sides for a single. "87 runs in 79 balls is what they need. It's what they needed. Himash Tarushka, brilliant over so far. Has not conceded a single boundary in this over. Will it change? Himash Tarushka runs in. Good delivery. A good bounce. An unusual bounce. End of a great or another great over by Himash Tarushka. Just 6 runs off the over. But that won't be that much of a problem for Morison PLC because they have more than enough runs on their scoreboard right now. Just 75 runs over 10-point run rate. There you go. Just 86 runs needed from 78 balls. Close to run a ball. So they don't need to charge. No hurry for them. Just let it go with the flow. That's the plan. New bowler comes in. Kavisha Pumal. Will he be promising? Can he change the momentum of the game? Take a look at his stats. 2 matches, 2 innings, 3 wickets best. 2 for 16 with the economy of 4.27. Kavisha Pumal. Bit of a fresher to this tournament. Let's see what he can do. Once again, the keeper is standing 2-3 steps behind the wicket. Left arm spinner. Comes in. First ball. Full toss. There is protection. Just the 1 run. He's making some adjustments in the field. I think we all have to agree that you have to give the ball the field that he wants. It's his responsibility. Kavisha Perumal flights in. Good ball. There was a bit of a turn. Going for the run out. No, the batsman has already reached the crease. No danger in that run. Good run in between the wickets. There you go. Bit of a slow reaction, but at the end of the day, Nishan Pereira got there. So Anishka D'Souza facing Kavisha Perumal. Left-hander against left-armer. This is going to be a great battle. Kavisha Perumal leaves room, strikes it. What a shot! Brilliant inside-out lofted drive by Anishka D'Souza. What a great shot. He knew that the ball is not turning that much. And if he could manage to get some space to go for that shot, he could execute it perfectly. Just like what we saw. 6 runs are already on Kavisha Perumal's first 3 balls. The match is slowly slipping away from slim Pharmaceuticals. They need to get that breakthrough. Wickets are the important factor right now. Because on the other hand, Morison PLC, they have plenty of wickets. 10 wickets they still have. That is gone. He is out. Brilliant bowling. He stepped out of the crease, went for that shot, and it is a clean ball. I was wondering what was the wicketkeeper's reaction was. But still, great bowling by Kavisha Perumal. Anishka D'Souza seems to be struggling a little bit, but still, great innings, great contribution. 23 balls, 32 runs, 3 fours, 2 sixes, and a great innings. End of a great innings. End of the first wicket partnership. 81 runs for 1 wicket. End of 7.4 overs. There you go. You can see his teammates applauding him, appreciating his efforts. Yeah, they should do that. New batter in. Right-hander. The stand-in batter Nishan Pereira is advising the number 3 batter on what to do. I'm pretty sure that his advice could be, give me the strike, I will get the job done while you protect your wicket. I think that is the plan that they should go on, because at the moment Nishan Pereira, he's executing it perfectly. He's batting brilliantly. He's dominating the bowlers. He's well aware of the situation, well aware of the atmosphere, well aware of the bowlers' variations and everything. So he can do this. Geetanjana Kahavita, the new batter. Right-hand batter is facing his first delivery against Kavisha Perumal. Brilliant ball. Look at that turn. Good length delivery. And turned away from the batter. That was perfect. Spot on. The batter couldn't do anything but respect the bowler. Kavisha Perumal. Once again. This time it is the straighter delivery. It didn't turn. It came towards the batter. So no run. What an end to this over. 8 overs done, 81 runs for 1 wicket. Talking about Kavisha Perumal, he could be that bowler to turn the match over. He could be that bowler to bring the momentum back to their side. 72 runs, 72 balls, 80 runs needed. It's game on here at Thurston College grounds. This is an unexpected game. We still don't know what the result's gonna be. There could be so many things happening. So it's our duty to witness it. Let's see what will happen. The fast ball is on. Nishan Pereira. Just scouting the fielders to check where the gaps are. Himash Tarushka bowling his third over in today's game. Right arm fast bowler. Has been impressive. Let's see what will he do. Now the wicket has fallen. Nishan Pereira needs to be a bit more responsible. What a ball! Did it hit the pad or the bat? No. It missed. Wicketkeeper was appealing it, but no reaction from the umpire or the bowler. It hit nothing. Brilliant bowling through the pad and the wicket, through the pad and the leg stump. Good execution. Himash Tarushka. On to his second ball of the over. Oh, top edge, Willie. That is this time. No second time luck for Nishan Pereira. This time he gets it. That is a good catch, a good ball, a short pitch delivery, and he gets the big fish. Nishan Pereira departures for 44 runs. What an inning it was. A quick, aggressive innings. Great start. He gave them what he could. And at the end, he had to departure for 44 runs. Look at that. Short pitch delivery, a good bounce, pulls it, top edge, and it went up. Wicketkeeper was about to catch it. No, it went straight towards the short third man fielder. Good field placement and good catch and good bowling by Slim Pharmaceuticals. There you go. Nishan Pereira departures. Cheers from the dressing room, applauding their teammate for his valiant effort. Two new batters. It's a positive sign for Slim Pharmaceuticals, but definitely a negative sign for Morison PLC after that supreme start they got. This is what they don't want to happen. Two new batters on the crease. The momentum has switched towards the bowling department. Let's see what will happen. The battle is on. Himash Tarushka goes for that single. There is. Taridu Madhushanka is the new batter, representing Morison PLC. There you go. Good average of 25.3. 431 runs of 20 innings and the highest score of 85 runs with 350s. Right hand batter looks promising. Let's see what will he be able to deliver it today. Himash Tarushka. Good bowling, slower delivery, straight onto the pads, flicks it into the gap, gets a double. The last 2-3 overs has been really good for the bowling team. Himash Tarushka. Changes side for a quick single. The run rate is slowly decreasing. Himash Tarushka ready to bowl his final ball in his third over. There you go. Cuts it perfectly into the gap. A boundary. Good end into that over from Taridu Madhushankar. Look at that. Cuts it. Brilliant shot. Spot on. Into the gap of third man and cover point fielder. Straight into the fence. Now we can see the crowd is engaging in the match. The last few moments of the game, they have come to support their teams. It is always a pleasant thing to watch. The crowd is what makes the game more spectacular. It's not just about the players, it's about the atmosphere, and we can see that energy in this atmosphere here in Thurston Grounds. Kavisha Perumal, after a brilliant first over, is bowling his second. Great ball. The plan is okay with Morison PLC because they know that Kavisha Perumal is not the bowler that you could easily take on. So instead of taking on, let's go for that single and change the rotation. Look at that. Look at that. Leaving out the outside ball and playing the ball onto the stumps. Good turn. A slight turn. Kavisha Perumal. Once again, brilliant ball. Outside edge. The fielder's there, so no run. Smart batting, but not good fielding. He should have stopped that. I mean, your ball is putting up so many efforts. So you have to stop that. You have to support him. Look at that. Cuts, edged. Oh, he could have stopped that. He could have. Unfortunate for Kavisha Perumal. And that's the first boundary of his second over. Taridu Madhushankar. 67 need from 62 balls. Another great delivery. Inside edge. The keeper was nowhere. It was not an inside edge. It was given as vice. Let's take a quick look at it. Yup. Oh, he hit the wicket keeper's pad and then it went. Last ball of the over. Kavisha Perumal. 6 runs so far to Geethanjana Kahavita. Flighted delivery. No run. Good over. Another brilliant over from Kavisha Perumal. And now end of 10 overs, 95 for 2 wickets, and there will be a change in the com box. Over to you, Yudeshka.
Thank you, Viduna. Morison's Limited, they got off to a flyer at the end of the 10th over. Look at the batting card here. Nishant Pereira and Anishka de Soisa. The two openers have given a brilliant start. Nishant Pereira 44 of 25 and Anishka de Soisa 32 of 23 with the 6 extras at the end of the 10th over. Morison's 95 for 2. This looks so promising. 66 runs required. 60 deliveries. From now on, it's a Morison's Limited. It's their game to lose. 8 wickets in hand. 10 overs left. Pathum Ratnayaka is a new bowler. 2 new batters at the crease. Both faced 6 deliveries each. And off spinner cuts towards the sweeper cover, just a single. Morison's Limited, they are on top. 65 runs needed off 59 deliveries, so they don't need to do silly things. Just rotate the strikes, get the out boundary, and you will be in the game. Another good single down towards short fine leg. The singles are coming easily, so these two batters are rotating the strike. So Morison's Limited are doing a great job here. The two batters out in the middle. What a shot that was! And with that 6, it's 100 runs on the board for Morison's Limited. That was outrageous. My goodness. Just take a look at that. That was a powerful strike from Madhushankar. Just outside the off stump and go over extra cover. Absolutely brilliant. And another boundary. This is a flourish from Madhushankar. 6 followed up with another boundary. Thanindu Madhushankar is on a roll. 20 of 9 deliveries. Look at that. A fine leg is up inside the circle. Square leg was 2 square. 12 off the first 4 deliveries. What a reply from the bowler. And the batter was stunned. What a comeback by the bowler after being hit for a 6 and a 4. But he has done the damage. Thanindu Madhushankar. Oh my. That's quite a close call from the umpire. It was turned. That was a big turn. But anyway, Thanindu Madhushankar departs for 20 of 10, 3 fours and a 6. And Morison's Limited 107 for 3. And look at the scoring comparison between Slim Pharmaceuticals and Morison's Limited. 54 runs needed of 55 deliveries. The required run rate is less than a run a ball. A new batsman is in, and this is a good opportunity for Slim Pharmaceuticals to bring another 1 or 2 fielders inside and try to put some pressure, cut off the singles. That was turned sharply, but the impact was outside the off stump. Here comes the replay. Yes, spot on. Impact outside the off stump. The bowler was excited. There's no movement from the umpire. 11 gone, a 107 for 3. Here's a batting card. Here's the batting performance of Morison's Limited. Nishan Pereira 44 at the top. Anishka Soisa supported with the 32. And Thanindu Madhushankar, the batter, departed latest 20 of 10. Sensible from Geethanjana Kahavita. Kavisha Pumal into his third over. So far bowled brilliantly. Okay. Dilhan Jayasundar is the new batsman. Yeah, the stats. As Kavi Shapiumal, brilliant start. What a good delivery to a new batsman. He has 10 overs, 10 deliveries, beg your pardon. So Morison's Limited has to negotiate his 10 deliveries and go after the other bowlers. Again, tried to go over deep mid-wicket. Angle towards the leg stump. The shot was on, but hit against the spin. He couldn't get the connection. Another dot delivery. 2 dots in a row. It could have been a chance. Could have been a wicket. The wicket keeper is standing far behind for the spinner. Surprisingly. Look at that. Should have been a stump. Should have been another wicket for Kavi Shapiumal. He's so unlucky. He deserved another one. Big shot. But didn't get the distance. So he didn't carry to the field. Just a single. So far this is a very good over from Kavi Shapiumal. Just 2 runs of 5 deliveries. The required run rate is still manageable. 6.37. Just above the runner ball. They're in a very good position. Morison's Limited. Just another single. With that single, it concludes the 12th. Morison's Limited 110 for 3. And here's the warm chart of the scoring of each team. You could see the difference of scoring. Look at that, Morison's Limited. They are far ahead of Slim Pharmaceuticals. There's 50 runs required of 48 deliveries, just above the runner ball. This is very much manageable. From here onwards, it's their game to lose, Morison's Limited. You just need one good partnership to get the job done. Pathum Ratnayaka was expensive, yet to a price wicket of a close call from the umpire. Stayed low, didn't bounce as much as Geetanjana Kavita expected. That was a sharp turn. That could have been gone. Goodness me. Is that a correct decision? Not sure. Again, a quick single down to Sportylk. A run rate went up a little bit. This is the opportunity. As a new batter is in Dilhan Jayasundar. So far, 1 run of 5 deliveries. To get some dot balls in and put some pressure on the new batter and get the required run rate up. Again, another dot delivery. Things are going a little bit better for Slim Pharmaceuticals. They're going through the new batter. A wild swing from Dilhan Jayasundara. This is nowhere near the ball. Again, another dot delivery. Another swing and a miss. So 3 dots in this over. 4 balls have been bowled so far. Look at that. If wicket keeper standing in the conventional position, that could have been another wicket. Here comes Pathum Ratnayaka. A single to short, fine leg. Was the captain, Shamal Fernando. The required run rate is now close to 7, almost 7. 49 required of 43 deliveries. And another single. Yes, it is another single to conclude the 13th. Morison's Limited, 113 for 3. Is equation 48 of 42. Still, Morison's Limited is very much within the reach. But nevertheless, the 1 or 2 wickets can turn things around. Because we have seen some more dot deliveries have been bowled since from the appearance of Dilhan Jayasundara. As Kavisha Piyumal into his last over. Can he produce a magic that Slim Pharmaceuticals is looking for? Can he deliver? A quick single. If the fielder has picked it up cleanly, that could have been another run-out opportunity, but just a single. Dilhan Jayasundara is not so fluent so far with the bat. He couldn't get bat on ball most of the occasion. So it's time for Slim Pharmaceuticals to bring 1 or 2 fielders in and put some more pressure. Yes! This is what we are talking about. Yes, Kavisha Piyumal, the boy, he delivers. A much needed wicket for Slim Pharmaceuticals that they were desperately looking for. Dilhan Jayasundara departs. There's 2 runs of 9 deliveries. Here's the replay. Flighted delivery. It's there to be hit. He went across the line rather than hitting through the line. Departs for 2 runs of 9 deliveries. Dilhan Jayasundara. Morison's Limited lose their 4th. So required run rate now going beyond 7. It's all happening here. At once the required run rate was down below the runner ball, but all of a sudden in a 2 over span it went up to 7. T20 cricket can deliver more exciting stuff. Again another run out opportunity. That could have been the 5th. A lucky escape for the batter. That's what I was talking about. They bring 1 or 2 fielders in. The new batsman in. Put some pressure. In my point of view, that fielder is too deep in the 30-yard circle. Bring him on a couple of yards. Again, that was too close to cut. Oh, that was unforgivable misfield. Kavisha Piyumal is doing a hell of a job here. And you need to support the bowlers. These kind of errors cannot be afforded. Look at that. 2 unnecessary runs have been given. So far it's a good over from Kavisha Piyumal. This is a very good spell for his team. A good delivery from Kavisha Piyumal. A .1. The required run rate is climbing up. 7.14. Things getting interested. T20 cricket and can deliver the miracles we have seen throughout the history. Hit it straight to long on. And that's the end of the 14th. And the end of the spell of Kavisha Pumal. He finishes off with 2 wickets for 19. And Morison's Limited at the end of the 14th, a 118 for 4. Is equation 43 required of the last 6 overs. This is turning out to be an interesting contest. I'm wondering why the wicket keeper is standing far behind the wicket, since during the last 3-4 overs we have seen they are missing a couple of stumping opportunities. Comes Viranga Yeshan and another one. The tables is turning around. Another wicket. This game is getting even more interesting now. Geethanjana Kahavita. The said batsman tried to go over long on and hit it straight to the fielder. 5th wicket down. Morison's Limited 118 for 5. We are still in the 15th over. Geethanjana Kahavita departs for 13. (43 of 35), still gettable. But all depends on these two. Rotate the strike, get a good partnership, and Slim Pharmaceuticals, as I always mention, bring 1 or 2 fielders, extra fielders inside. Another single to start off with. Sahan Pereira got off the mark straight away, but that single should have been cut off. Just went through him. Tilanka Sandeepa and Sahan Pereira, 2 new batters at the crease. Both faced 1 ball each. Can try to go across the line. The dot balls are keep piling up. Look at the required run rate is now almost close to 8. Another dot delivery. Pressure is mounting on these 2 batters. They need a big shot, or else they need to rotate the strike. Get 1s and 2s. Again another dot. This is brilliant stuff from Viranga Yeshan. He went for 22 in his first over. Look at his comeback. Brilliant comeback from him. Four dots in a row to finish. What an over. Just 1 single. At the end of the 15th, Morison's Limited 119 for 5. And changing the com box, Viduna Vijay Pandara will take on from here.
Thank you, Yudeshka. Now we are down to the final strings of the game. The last 5 overs, 30 more balls are left. The batting scorecard so far: Nishan Pereira, brilliant start along with his partner Anishka D'Souza, a 50+ partnership, and thereafter it was not that much of a good partnerships because Geethanjana Tharidu, they all couldn't pass that 20-run mark. Pathum Ratnayaka to bowl his 3rd over. 30 balls, 42 runs needed. The game is turning. Let's see what will be happening. Short pitch delivery, but not that short. Sahan Pereira goes for that single. The pressure is increasing. The bowlers are under pressure, the batters are under pressure, the fielders are under pressure, and the spectators are under pressure. Pathum Ratnayaka adjusting his field the way he wants. He's pushing back the Sportylk fielder. The off breaker. Balls in. Straight into the fielder's hand. Tilanka Sandeepa goes for that big shot. It did not work. Appeals, not out. At this moment, I think the missing factor is that runs, the singles and doubles. They're always looking for the big shots and results with lots of dot balls. There you go, smart bowling, smart decision by Pathum Ratnayaka. He saw the batter coming out of the crease and he stopped. Tilanka Sandeepa faces, once again goes for that cross hit. Is it in the gap? No, it's just a single. The wicketkeeper sort of appealed it. I don't think there was anything going on there. These two batters, Sahan Perera and Tilanka Sandeepa, they have a responsibility to finish the task for their team. Nishan Perera on top started the task, and it's their responsibility as the middle order to finish off it. Pathum Ratnayaka, brilliant over so far, just 2 runs off 5 deliveries. Another, it's bowled, it's out, it's a wicket. What a over by Pathum. 2 runs, 1 wicket. Pathum Ratnayaka ends his 3rd over with a wicket. Look at that. Goes for that cross hit once again. Misjudged it. It was a slower delivery, slower than the usual deliveries that he bowled, and it hit the top of leg stump. Sahan Perera departures for 2 runs. And now troubles in the Morison PLC dressing room. They need to score runs. 4 overs left. They need at least 10 runs per over. Once again, missed it. Here we go. They're dealing with dot balls once again. Still they're dealing with dot balls. Goes for the shot. Just the 1 run. Udesh Lakshan, the new batter. And Viranga Yashan, the bowler. Tilanka Sandeepa, 11 balls, 3 runs, not the innings that you expect from a T20 batter, especially at this stage. Udesh Lakshan is ready, facing his first delivery against Viranga Yashan. He leaves it, smart batting, it's a wide delivery. We didn't see that much of wide deliveries from this side. It's questionable, but still you have to stand. That is a wicket. That is a wicket. Viranga Yashan gets the wicket of Udesh Lakshan. Caught and ball. Flighted delivery. He strikes straight towards the bowler's hands. First ball, and it's a wicket. Disaster for Morison PLC. 7 wickets down, and that is Udesh Lakshan going through that walk of shame. New batter in. The required run rate has gone up to 10.8 per over. Viranga Yashan. Fly the delivery. Goes for that one. Quick single. They will get that. 2 balls remaining. Damit Karunaratne, the captain, has stepped in. Tilanka Sandeepa. He's the man. He needs to charge. Goes in. That's the issue. That's what I've been saying. Wicket keeper standing 2-3 steps behind the wicket. It could be an advantage, but on an aggressive approach, on an attacking position, it is never an advantage. There you go. Top edge. It's safe. No field underneath it. Just a single. As I was saying. Wicketkeeper standing right behind the stumps could change the bowler's mentality. The batter has all the freedom to step up and go for it. Good over by Viranga Yashan. 17 overs are done. 1-2-5 for the loss of 7 wickets. 3 more overs, 18 balls. 36 runs needed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered into the last 3 overs of this MCA Division E T20 League tournament. 7th game between Slim Pharmaceuticals and Morison PLC. Pathum Ratnayaka. Cross hit at it. Fielders there. Just a single. At this moment, Slim Pharmaceuticals won't mind that single as long as it doesn't pass. It does not pass the boundary line, because they have plenty of runs to save. Damit Karunaratne finds it difficult to give the strike back to the set batter Tilanka Sandeepa. There you go. He manages it. Tries to come back for the second, but no, says Tilanka. Another dot ball. This is turning out to be a disaster for Tilanka Sandeepa and Morison PLC. Steps in. Oh, misses it. There was an opportunity to get that 8th wicket of Morison PLC, but the wicket keeper had other plans. Look at that. The stumping was there. A wide delivery, and it goes past the fine leg fielder. Not for a boundary. Did it touch the rope? No, I don't think so. It's a wide and 2 runs. I don't think that's what the captain expects from Pathum Ratnayaka. They only have 2 overs remaining, so they just want to finish off without giving extras. Great strike. Fielders underneath it. They're going for the 2. Run out is possible. Is it out? It's given. What a wicket. Brilliant effort from the bowler. Great take. And he completed the job. Good overall fielding effort from Slim Pharmaceuticals. Pathum Ratnayaka finishes his spell with a run out. 8 wickets down. Now they're in deep trouble. There you go, the run out once again. Good strike. The single was there, and then they went for the 2. There you see. Brilliant effort. Good athleticism. New batter in. The new batsman will be taking on the strike. 12 balls left. 30 runs needed. It's time to go. Smart decision. Giving the strike towards Tilanka Sandeepa. Virangeshan bowling his final over in his spell. Bowled! That is probably the end of Morison PLC. The set batter has gone with more runs to score. Look at that. He has been trying that shot. He made it a couple of times but could not get it out of the boundary line. And now finally the ball hits the stumps. Tilanka Sandeepa, 18 deliveries, 6 runs, and he's out. 9th wicket has fallen for Morison PLC. The last wicket, the last pair is on the crease. Virangeshan bowling. 2 balls are done, 4 more to go. Chatun Jayasinghe is on the non-striker's end. And it is Pasidhu Sundaruwan, the new batter, the tail ender. Straightforward batting. I mean, there's nothing much he could do right now, apart from waiting until luck strikes. There you go. Good shot. There was a catch. The ball was on the air for a moment, but the fielder was not there. Chatun Jayasinghe. Virangeshan. Good ball. Goes for it. And there's a boundary. Chatun Jayasinghe manages to pull off a boundary. After some time we are seeing a boundary. But still, I still think it's too late. At this stage, 7 more balls left and just 1 wicket left to go. It's still too late. Swing and a miss. Now we are down to the last over. What an encounter this has been. Down to the last 6 balls. 137 is the score. Loss of 9 wickets. 19 overs have done. 19 overs are done. 6 balls remaining. 24 runs are needed. Entertaining game. Down to the last wire. Let's see what will be the end result. Good ball. Appeals it. Just a single. Pasidu Ratnayaka on duties to deliver the last over of the game. And it's Chatun Jayasinghe. 5 balls, 23 runs needed. Strike. Over the field? No, it's straight to the field. Only a single. 4 balls, 22. Pasidu Sandruwan hits it. The fielders underneath it. That's the catch and that's the game. Morison PLC are all out for 139 runs. What a match, what a game of cricket it has been. They win by 22 runs. I think probably Kavisha Perumal needs to be the man of the moment with that spell. 2 wickets for 13 runs. And there you go. A much needed victory for Slim Pharmaceuticals in this MCA Division E T20 tournament. They win by 29 runs. Players have gathered on both teams, showing the spirit of the game, handshaking and saying good luck in their future. There you go, the scorecard. Great start. Nishan Perera, Anishka D'Souza exceeding that 30-run mark. Then a bit of a cameo from wicketkeeper Taridu Madhushankar, 20 runs off 10 balls. Apart from that, no one could not reach that mark of over 15 runs. And the bowling card. Viranga Yashan 3 wickets. Pathum Ratnaik 2 wickets. Pasidu Ratnaik and Himash Tarushka 1 wicket apiece, and the man of the moment Kavisha Perumal just the 2 wickets but 19 runs off his 4 overs, 12 dots with an economy of 4.75. And that's it, the end of the game. The end result being Slim Pharmaceuticals winning by 21 runs against Morison Limited. Here go the highlights of the second innings. A great start from Nishan Perera. The openers, they set up the stage. A partnership of over 70 runs. You can see the boundaries flying. They went for it with courage. They were aggressive. Look at that. 360 all around the ground. And that was the turning point. The first wicket. And slowly following second wicket. And then third wicket. And like that onwards. There you go, Kavisha Perumal showing courage. And dismantling the opposition batting lineup. Brilliant fielding efforts, brilliant bowling. and that was the end of it. So the match summary. Slim Pharmaceuticals batting first, 160 for 6, end of their 20 overs. Pasidu Ratnayaka leading the run chart with an amazing blistering 76 runs, while Himash Tarushka and Viranga Yashan going above 10. Dilhan Jayasundara was the pick of the bowler for Morison PLC with 2 wickets, and Geethanjana, Kahavita and Tilanka Sandeepa picking 1 wicket apiece. And then following up, Morison Limited was all out for 139 runs, end of 19.3 overs. Nishan Pereira and Anishka Desoy had a great start, 44, 30, 32 respectively. And Viranga Yashan, Kavishka Piumal and Patum Ratnayaka got the job done. And with that, following this match, the next match will be played against David Pires and TVS. So stay tuned.